We want to turn now to America's overdose crisis and what's considered by the DEA to be the primary drug threat facing this country, fentanyl. The leading cause of death for Americans between 18 and 45 isn't COVID, it's not car accidents, it's fentanyl overdoses. And the threat for teens is even more concerning. On this first ever National Fentanyl Awareness Day, we talk exclusively with DEA Chief Ann Milgram about how the agency is zeroing in on where the killer drug is coming from. It's stunning to think that more than 3/4 of all teen overdose deaths last year involved fentanyl.
It's stunning. We worry a lot about teens and young adults for a variety of reasons. One, social media. We know that these fake counterfeit prescription pills are widely available on social media. If your child is on TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook, drug dealers can access them there, and that it's almost like Uber Eats being able right now in America to get a fake pill delivered to your doorstep.
You're saying that teens can get these drugs just as easy as they can order something through Uber Eats?
There's no question. By and large, they're not going out looking for fentanyl. They're looking for a Xanax or an Adderall or an Oxy, thinking that they're going to get a prescription pill. They're not thinking at all that they're going to get a pill that contains fentanyl, where just 2 milligrams of fentanyl is a lethal dose.
Administrator Milgram took us inside one of the DEA labs analyzing the killer concoction.
We even have young people who take half a pill like this and die from it.
You just need a very, very small amount of fentanyl to cause great harm.
Yes, the amount that could be on the tip of a pencil is enough to kill someone.
The DEA is now trying to prevent fentanyl from being made, focusing on the ingredients.
Just as you couldn't have an explosive bomb without explosives, you can't have a chemical drug without chemicals.
Administrator Milgram told us the materials are made in China, shipped to Mexican cartels before getting to the border. CBS News has learned the DEA seized 2,100 pounds of precursor chemicals. That's enough to make 1 billion potentially lethal doses. That's a huge seizure, up to 1 billion doses that you wiped off the street. But how many got through?
This is what we worry about. And that's part of why we are so focused right now on stopping the chemicals coming out of the Chinese chemical companies.
China's to blame.
Chinese chemical companies are the largest producer right now of the precursor chemicals that are being used to make fentanyl. There's a relationship between these Chinese chemical companies and the criminal cartels in Mexico.
Republicans say it's President Joe Biden's border policy is the reason we have a drug crisis in America.
I think it's important to talk about the border, and I can say with 100% assurance that the criminal drug cartels in Mexico will stop at nothing to get fentanyl into the United States. The second piece, which I think is really important, is that if we wait until the drugs get to the border, it is too late.
Nearly 107,000 Americans died from drug overdoses in a year, and 2/3 of them were from fentanyl. So many of you have reached out about this and know how important this story is, so we will continue our reporting.